Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 13th of December 2022. So stocks panic bid ahead of CPI, Bitcoin bonds and bullion dumped. And this subhead says it all really. Did someone get a glimpse at the CPI report early? And it wouldn't be the first time that this has actually happened. So it's going to be an interesting news release at 1:30 p.m. US stocks unwound Friday's PPI losses ahead into CPI data and this week's central bank meetings, including the FOMC. Stock and oil and yields bounce into CPI, which is out today. Let's have a look at it. First, we've got the UK unemployment numbers. It's now called the claimant count. Change will last for a few years. They changed it. It's more politically correct. But this is the big one is obviously the CPI numbers. But in between this, we've got Bailey speaking as well at 11 a.m. So CPI month on month is forecast to be down 0.1, as you can see there. Year to year 7.3 instead of 7.7, and then we've got the 0.3 for the core CPI, which forecast the same. So this is how it will be interpreted. If this number comes out lower than this, then obviously the market's going to move significantly higher. JP Morgan, and this is not me, JP Morgan talking about that you could get a squeeze of 10% on this news today. That's sort of a move. Well, we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? But yeah, you don't want to be in the market today at 1:30 when this lot comes out, just in case it comes out higher than 7.1 or whatever. But as the headline says there, did somebody already get a glimpse of the report? And it makes you wonder, based upon what the market's done overnight for certain. So, speaking of the markets, let's move on and have a look at the stock markets. We'll kick off and have a look at the Dow. And in the Dow yesterday, the market bouncing once again off that 78% retracement through the 20-bar moving average now and the 5-bar, heading back to the upside. Positive reduction in inflation today will send the market way up if that is the case, but it could go the other way as well if the news is bad and it's higher than 7.7 from last month. So that's the market so far, what its interpretation of what it is expecting. And there you can see the move yesterday, market a bit higher. Let's just have a look and see what sort of a move we got yesterday from 1:30 all the way up till the, or 2:30 till the 9 p.m. close. We're at 469 points, and that's probably going to look very small today if the CPI numbers are down a bit. Overnight, the market is now above yesterday's high, sitting quite comfortably on the close overnight as well. So further up move, I would imagine, is going to come this morning as the market waits for the news at 1:30, which, like I say, is going to be very, very important, just as tomorrow's FOMC numbers are going to be as well. In the German DAX, also you can see the market there in the daily chart sitting quite comfortably at the 78% retracement. Bit of supply there. We're oversold, so we're free to move to the upside if we wish to. Again, these are already marked up in anticipation that these numbers are going to show a lull and that the market is likely to move to the upside. Not me saying this, that's what the forecasted figures are showing. In the 30-minute chart of the German DAX, up yesterday and then all the way back down to 62% retracement, and then smaller ones in between following the Dow, and then overnight the market just trying to get above yesterday's high, but above the close, similar to what the Dow is at the moment. So in the 5-minute chart, price is moving to the upside there off the 200 MA and DP overnight. And then during yesterday's trade, an inside look inside the 30-minute bars. We move lower to begin with at 8 a.m. You see the buying coming in there. They brought the market back to the averages. Market was sideways and then eventually broke to the upside and moved higher, as can be seen there. And then it just drifted down once it became overbought, all the way back down to the DP. We then had a shakeout at around 1:30. Well, it was after 1:30. The market was slammed through the DP and then eventually started to make its way back to the upside. You can see this kickoff of the Dow there as the DAX tried to hold, then it retested and then moved higher. And yesterday's trades, 23409, 5.16 for the profit factor, win-loss 63.37ish, around that. Yeah, so it was a good day when eventually the market picked up and started to move. So again, we'll see if we can add to this today once we get those CPI numbers after 1:30 p.m. In the S&P, also moving higher off the 50 EMA, we crossed over to the upside. And on the upside, in case we get a positive number today for the market, you can see that would have no trouble getting back through the 200, which is at the 62% retracement. We'll need to drive through this to the 78.89 and then to the recent high. 30-minute chart, again, you can see from the main part of the session, the market moving sharply to the upside, and is actually been through yesterday's high as far as the S&P is concerned. Just sitting on that at the moment, above the 5, 20 is below the 5, 50 is below the 20, the 200 is below the 50 there, and sitting at this BRN. So a lot of support, and also the 50 has got the DP there as well. In the FTSE 100, we've also pulled back. Just a bit of demand there for yesterday, very quiet, obviously waiting for Bailey, a bit different, and also Thursday a rate increase for the UK as well. So trying to move up a bit there, not a lot overnight, not above yesterday's high, but off the close and the DP. Yesterday, market moved up and then moved lower, but just traded sideways and then followed up with the Dow before the official close yesterday afternoon. In the currencies, GBP, JPY already anticipating the Fed and moving to the upside. It's interesting because we're in an area where we have got some resistance there. We've got a triple top situation at the moment, so need to get through this in order to move higher. And then also we see we're stuck at 62% retracement. We'll have to break this to get through 78.89 and the recent high that we have here at 17211. Yesterday it was straight up for the GBP JPY, 200-point move, or more or less in that ballpark into the overnight market, also sitting near the high of yesterday as well. In the pound, sideways to higher, again waiting for Bailey, but still above the 5-bar moving average, so still making gains on the upside, which you can see there, pulling back to the DP. This was support. We retested just below the 122.50 level, retested this again overnight, and the market now heading back up towards, say, yesterday's high. In the US dollar, not a lot happening. The market's just stuck in a sideways range, again waiting for Powell tomorrow night, and also obviously at 1:30 today, because it'll be a case that they won't have to increase interest rates by as much if the inflation numbers are down today, and that will be bearish for the dollar. And finally, in the metals, silver continuing to hold above the 5-bar moving average at the moment. Watch out for this getting monkey hammered at 1:30 like it did yesterday, but then it came back. It's starting to show a lot of strength. Above the DP at the moment, it's got to get above yesterday's high, but expect it to tread water until 1:30. Gold the same, moving nicely to the upside, still not back above the $1,800 or the 200 MA there. It needs to get back above this. And in the 30-minute chart, you can see how this was forced down yesterday, and at the moment is struggling with the DP. But like I say, 1:30, this market is waiting for those CPI numbers. So yeah, let's just have a quick look at the gold-silver ratio, and continue to move lower, 76. No surprise there, given that we've seen the gold price moving down sharply, whereas silver didn't during yesterday in the 30-minute chart. Okay, that's it for this one. Let's see what those numbers are at 1:30, and we'll report back on those tomorrow. So have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.